Really? You're going to get in my shot? Really? Okay. I've had enough of you. Goodbye. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to ARK Adventures. I have a couple of things I wanted to do around the house today, and one thing that dawned on me as I was getting ready to set up this shot is I'm looking at the water tap back there and realized I may not have ever shown you a cool little trick that I discovered for setting those up. You might have thought by looking at it that I did just a wonderful job of being able to line that up beautifully and angle it in such a way that it perfectly landed right where I wanted it. No, I didn't do that at all. There's a little bit of a secret here, and I'm going to try to show you that by creating a piece of straight pipe here. There we go. And what I did on this particular build is right outside this window, I knew where I wanted it to be in the house once I built the house. So instead of trying to kind of figure out where I needed to run it down here to the tap in, and then hopefully it was straight and it came back in exactly where I wanted it, instead you can basically place a pillar, and that's what I did right here. I placed a wooden pillar here. And I'll show you what I did when I did that. It snaps, as you see, to the foundation. So what I was able to do, in fact, is there another window here I can demonstrate this on? Yeah, probably. Although I don't think it's at ground level. Well, let's just use the door, right? Yeah, okay. In fact, I'm going to demolish this door because I'll show you why I'm going to demolish this door in a second, because I'm going to make some changes to the house. But basically, you put that out here. Let's pretend this was a window, and I wanted the water to come right in here. I would go ahead and use this pipe. And I basically see how it's snapping to the inside of the pillar? See that? It's allowing me to snap it to the inside of the pillar. So if you snap it there, you notice it's sticking in just a little bit through this door, or it would have been the window. And that's exactly what I did over there. And then you just put your actual water tap, I guess, in here. And then on the other side, you start attaching straight pipe all the way back until you do the intake. Now, don't destroy the pillar until you've completed the circuit. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, even if you do that, I'm pretty sure now, guys. Pretty sure now. You're going on memory here, but I'm pretty sure that even if I've completed the circuit, even if I had a tap here and I ran this all the way to an intake that was supposedly over there, and had the water all blue, the pipe was all blue, so there was water flowing and water was coming out, and I destroyed this pillar, this pipe would still be destroyed and the tap would be destroyed. It's just the way it works. So what I recommend you do is you don't put the tap on, just lay this pipe, run the pipe from here all the way out to where you need it to intake, then destroy the pillar, and when you destroy the pillar, the pipe goes away, then you lay the last piece of pipe right where you had it, and it should be right where you started at right here, and then you throw your tap and you're perfect. It just really aligns well. It's really nice. I really enjoyed it when I did this one. I haven't done that before, but I just experimented with it and it worked, and I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so what I really want to do is, as you can see, if you look inside the inventory of Smelly here, there's eggs in here. You know why there's eggs in here? Dodo eggs? Because I ran out of room in here. I went out and got a female Patchy. I've already gotten a Pulmoscorpius egg from my scorpion, but I went out and got a Patchy. I've got some Dillos, so I'm starting to get some eggs from other critters, and I also made some Dodo kibble. So I'm running out of room in here. I could do more preserving bins, but you know what? I'm at the point where I want to do refrigerators now. I really do, because I'm tired of also going out and getting meat all the time, because while we have plenty of meat, it just spoils so fast that I have to get meat pretty much every day and fill that thing up. So I want a refrigerator. I want a couple of refrigerators. That means I want electricity. That means I want a generator. Well, I was trying to think of where to put a generator. You know, you could put it in the house, but it's really noisy in the house. I want it running all the time, so it's pretty noisy in the house. Then I thought, well, maybe I can put it out there somewhere and just run a line in. But if I do that, I either have to put foundations all the way across, or I have to have an electrical wire running just above the ground, which is kind of ugly, and I don't really like that. I don't want to put it anywhere back there for the same reason, really. So what I was thinking was, well, let's put it up. And I'm thinking way up. You see how my house is bracketed on either side by these cliffs? I'm thinking, I don't want to put it up on the cliff, mind you, but I want to build a tower. Kind of an observation tower, as well as potentially some platform up there, maybe for landing big birds and things. Maybe when I get a Quetzal, it'll be a place to put the Quetzal. Something of that nature. And what I'm thinking is a 2x2 tower being built up from here. So this doorway becomes just an entrance into the tower, and this would all be walled off. In fact, let's bring up my UI so I can see what I'm doing here. Let's throw some walls here. I think that's the right direction it is. And I think you're just building up. I should probably put a doorway here, right? So I can get out to Smelly. Or maybe here, actually. Maybe here would be better. So I'll put a doorway there too. So let me put a wall here. Of course it's backwards. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? There we go. Then I'll put a doorway here, and I'll put another... I'll either put a ramp into the doorway here or whatever to get up here. But probably to make it even, I'll put another foundation right here. But anyway, I'm thinking of building these walls up all the way around. Pretty far up, actually. As far up as these cliffs. And then putting the generator up there, just below the top level where, like I said, I might have a platform for landing a Quetzal. I might even be able to, when I get it up high enough, be able to create like bridges from one side to the other, which would be kind of cool as well. Hopefully not putting down foundations in such a way that it'll destroy any of my middle nodes, because I really like those middle nodes that I have here. So I'm going to go construct a whole bunch of materials and try to build this thing up, and maybe do a little montage as I build and let you guys see. Okay? We've made a lot of progress, as you've seen, hopefully, in that little montage. Several levels up. I'm doing ramps because I don't like ladders. They're annoying to get onto and off of, and easy to fall from, and all of that stuff. So I love ramps. They're just so fast. You just run, and you're there. So I'm going to keep building up here a couple more levels. I want to get up to about that level. That's where I want to put my generator. Well, I can put the generator somewhere below that, but that's where I want to put my big platform for my Quets and other things, and we'll see what we can do with this area when we're done with it. But it's taking a lot of resources. Now it is. I'm going to fall off here just to make it hurt. Oh, it is a little ugly in that I have to use slope ceilings here. The wooden ramps don't quite connect a ceiling to a ceiling like I'm trying to do for these little levels on this circular ramp. Not really a staircase, but circular ramp elevation. They stick through a little bit, which is, not beautiful, but at least it's symmetrical. I'm trying to do the windows at the end of every ramp as you go up, so it kind of looks like it's by design when it's like this. So I'm good with that. I think. I guess I should put a window right here, right, to make it the same design. Yeah. And this should not be a window if I was going to do that, so I don't have any resources for that, I don't think. Nope. So I'm going to go ahead and collect some more resources, build some more materials, continue this tower up to the point where I can actually do some of that work. Now, another thing that I'm going to need to do, though, is obviously I'm going to have a generator, so I need a lot of gas. Now, I've gotten some oil. I went back to where our old base was and collected a bunch of oil and have made some gasoline, as you see, like 270 gas cans here. Not a lot. So I'm going to need to make a heck of a lot, which means I'm going to need to. I think the easiest way is to fly back over to the frozen area, to the winter snow biome, and get harvest oil there. It's much quicker. It's above ground, but it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If I'm using Nightmare to do it, wherever Nightmare went, there she is. So I think it's really time for a Quetzal. And in order to do a Quetzal, I really want to try another solo tame because they're challenging. So I'm going to use Sting for that, but I want to, even though he's a level 141, I want to train him up some more some more because she's got a lot of levels to go. So I think the next thing I'm going to do in this episode before we leave, and I'll show you this completed tower next time when we set up the generator, is to take Sting to a place where I can train Sting. So let's head on over to the North Island. Okay, here we are at the North Island. Sting in tow. I've got ahead and left Nightmare here on neutral. And I'm not too worried about Sting on the island. Sting is a 141, which is much higher than well, not much higher, but higher than the highest wild dino level. So I'm not too worried. So the only thing I'd be worried about is a real big gang attack or an alpha. So we're gonna head on over here and see what we can see. And see if we've got some other scorpions, maybe some raptors to fight, things of that nature. Maybe a cat or two. See what we can take out. Let's go this direction first. All right, let's have some fun. back. We leveled up quite a few times. Well, quite a few times. We leveled up 4 times, I think. From 141, I think, to 145. We gave a couple of points into health and a couple of points into melee damage. And I think we're going to do pretty well, if I do say so myself, when we go to tame that Quetzal. And Nightmare's going to be a part of that. But, man, Sting could take everything on. Literally everything this island had to offer, except for an alpha, thank goodness. Sting was able to take out, including a Rex at the end, just after I stopped recording before I came back over here. But, you know, everything, even bats. What's really great, and it took me a while to remember this, is the scorpions spin. If you just spin your mouse around, they spin, so they can attack in 360 degrees. I was trying to move and like back up and turn around, you know, the way I would with any other animals. And pretty soon it dawned on me that I could take out Argentavis very easily by just spinning my mouse and just hitting them as they were trying to circle around me. So, really good, potent weapon. And there's a purple-ish drop over there, so I think I might get that before I head back home. But otherwise, I think we're going to head back home and maybe look for a Quetzal to tame next after I, of course, finish that tower and show you guys next episode. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. I thank all of you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.